Hey guys, sorry I've been away a few days. My foot been giving me some problems all of a sudden. I don't know why. My right foot, it's a little red about 2/3 of the way across. Uh, this side of the big toe's not, but just noticed that a little bit ago. But I don't know what it was. Just all stiffed up. The toe next to the big toe mostly. But yeah, I just woke up, maybe slept hard, maybe cut the circulation off. I don't know, but somebody suggests diabetes. Shoot, don't curse me with that. Anyway, let's get going, huh? Uh, I've got some alternate goodness we'll be looking at here, and it's going to be an all comics Wednesday. So if you don't want to tune in to look at comics, well, you're out of luck. But might start doing that every Wednesday. It just makes it easier. And a lot of people do like to look just at the comics. So we're going to try that for a little while. Every Wednesday will be like an all comics Wednesday. Hey, Blue Sasquatch. Like I was explaining, it's all going to be comics today. Part of the Hastings hoard, that I got, like the 1,500, some of the books that I got from Hastings when they went out. Hey, Hiawatha, good to see you in here. And I've also got this unboxing to do here. So we'll get going here. Might as well get started. Sorry that I haven't been around. Like I was explaining, foot problems for the last couple of days. I did do topic lists. I have been on Vic King's a little, but yeah, it's been an unexpected ordeal along with some other things. Uh, Supposed to be moving, should have had that stuff in my house by now from over at Mom's house. Hey, Tree Goblin, good to see you here. Good evening, as he says, because it is his evening there. Um, and the courthouse, you're supposed to, the house was supposed to be paid off. Hell to you, Hiawatha. Uh, and I'm sure it is. My brother's looking and getting a lawyer. They're looking through Mom's records to see that the house is fully paid for. I don't know. The people who were supposed to be moving in after today might not get to. Well, it looks like they're not going to get to. I don't know if they'll withdraw the offer or what. I don't think she'll have any problem selling the house, but we'll see. I don't really think it's going to be a problem. This family may not wind up with a house, but someone will. But that gives me a little bit more time that I'm grateful for, especially since I was sidelined with my foot problems the last couple of days unexpectedly. I think I just streamed so much in a sitting position and slept so hard that maybe I cut the circulation off in bed. I don't know, but I couldn't hardly walk a couple days ago on it. Slowly it came back to feeling and was still stiff that first day at the end of the day. And I just tried to rest. That's why I haven't streamed for the last couple of days. So I apologize for that. And I have tried to clean up a little bit. I have done some in here and other places. I mean, you wouldn't believe how it's just gotten out of hand. So I really have to get to this. So that's one reason, that we're going to do all comics today, and that we'll be doing them all Wednesday. Let's do an all Wednesday, all comics day. And got this in the mail today. We'll look at that here in a minute. And so we'll get to do a little unboxing. So that's a good way to kick it off. I've been trying to work on Grave Tales for Devil Flyer, 48 pager that'll be coming up. And haven't been able to make as much progress on it as I would like. But I did have a discussion with Doc, who will be drawing it. And the page count is still up in the air about how lengthy, as long as I can fit the stories in. I am thumbnailing it. I've showed some of those here. Did start a new show on Pops, the show offs on Sunday at like 2:15 maybe Eastern. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, it gives me enough time to get prepped for my show and kind of lead into this show on Sundays. But yeah, we talked about Jack Kirby, so you can go over to Pops and check that out if you haven't seen that. Hey, Cross Comics. And Anyway, let's get going on some of this stuff, and I'll discuss some other things as we go along. It's good to see everybody piling in here. I hope you missed the show. You know, just hope you stick with me. AIRCEL, this is number 5 of 12. You're going to see a lot of Elf Lord. This is Elf Lord Chronicles. They were celebrating their 10th anniversary here. So AIRCEL was in business for a while. Del Keown, and we've seen some of his stuff. He started out on Samurai, very young Del Keown in comics. This is number 4 of 12. Rare and out of print material. So I guess these were reprint, the Chronicles. Of course, you had Elf Quest out there, which was totally different, but this was kind of riffing on that. I don't think it was direct takeoff. What was different about AIRCEL? Here's Elf Lord number 31, a later issue of Elf Lord, was, and you can see it in this, the airbrushing. They used airbrushing quite a bit in the artwork, which had not been seen really a lot up to that time. And I got these at Hastings when they were closing out, and I hit the 99-cent bin, and all those I paid 60 cents for. So they must have had 30% off at that time. But I tried to hit, and it took me about 3 days to go through the boxes that they had that were 99 cents. And then I started hitting the other stuff. And every day they were lowering it, so I was getting the best deal for the money, and some of the older books were in the 99-cent thing, because these go back to the mid-90s. This is number 29 of Elf Lord. I've got a couple copies of it for 60 cents a piece. And this is, a lot of the Elf Lord type theme. Here's 28 with a Dark McTut. Okay, that may be that character's name. He's like a turtle. Of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would have been hot at that time. You can see the airbrushing work in here too that they did. Quite a bit of airbrushing. You hadn't seen that much. There's another copy of it. Got that one for 50 cents. And the condition might have dictated the price difference. Here's a nice dragon on number 27. There was hardly anything you didn't see airbrushing in. They used the airbrush quite a bit. Got 2 copies of it. 60 cents and 15 cents. Elf Lord number 26. Elf Lord was what I got most of in the AIRCEL stuff, but there's a few at the end. I don't know about in this box. Another copy at 15 cents for that one and 50 cents for the other one. I don't know what the price difference. It just depending on what price they had on it. It might have been condition. Here's number 24. Okay, 50 cents for it. $0.15 for that copy. And I'll stop there and we'll have our little unboxing. I've already taken the tape off this. And again, you can see, yeah, it's bubble wrap. Probably nothing's damaged. Not complaining too much. But there's a lot of space. There's over an inch space here. You can see this is all the way to the edge. And there's space up here about a half an inch. And this thing can go up and down and slide around, and it doesn't need to be able to do that, in a mailer, bubble wrapped or not. I mean, and let's face it, these things aren't the be all and end all, especially this type, because look how thin the cardboard is. I mean, it's just one sheet of cardboard. So even if it is snugly wrapped in here, it takes a hit, a dent, it could damage something inside. So I don't know that enough care is being taken with shipping stuff. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it could be done better. And CG books, since we're paying a premium, less so on the ALTERNA books, but still, I'm sure if you talk to Geronimo Draws, if you talk to Robert Geronimo, who sent this, he would probably agree with me. Not speaking for him, I'm just saying he would probably agree with me. He wants this stuff to arrive unscathed, undamaged. Hey, Lorenzo. Hey, Rex and what? I couldn't even say that right. Rick and Hiawatha go up and down. That's what she said. Yeah, I bet. When was that? 1970. Huh. So we'll unpack this. That packing tape on here. See what I bought from Geronimo. I backed this campaign a couple times, so just as the money came in, and been trying to get caught up on some of the titles. Downcast. I've gotten some of the 80 pagers that Geronimo's put out, and some of the singles. See if I can just slide that out without having to deal with this any more than I have to. I think I can. I think this is the variant cover. Take a look at that in a minute. Let me get the rest of them out. Glad to get these in the mail. Everybody is, I hope, starting to get theirs. I know Battle Brick Road's for filling now. Looking to get some stuff for that. I know I backed that at least a couple times. All right. Okay, so this one's signed. Woo! That's the slide. Oh, that one's signed. Are they all signed? Oh, they're all signed. Thank you, Robert, for signing them. Okay, so let's put these in order, huh? 9, 10, 11, 12. Might have had a choice of 9. I can't remember. It's been so long, even when people fulfill on time. Even when they fulfill on time, unless you're just in, I back more than one campaign, it's like, I don't know what I ordered by the time I get it. But yeah, he signed it. I think this was the variant cover. It might not have been, but he signed it here. Signed them all. Blood Ram. Number 9. Of course, these won't be out from ALTERNA for a while. So you get them a little quicker. This one, it needs a pressing. I guess I'll take this one out. Shall I complain? I know Peter Sametti said that he got a great printer, and I'm not going to dispute that at all. From what I've seen, what's going to come out pretty soon in the winter campaign, so I'm expecting that with my 7 ads and 5 books. I want to show you something here. Okay. This should not be, and should be caught by the, and I don't know if they know to complain about this or what, but I want you to see where the staple is. Hey, Shadowhawk, I want you to see, you can see from even back here, that staple is far too deep in the book. Can you see that? I mean, it struck it too hard. See that? And I mean, you got to watch that when you're doing things. This one did too, but not to the degree this one's really visible. I hope you can see that. It just it comes down and stitches it, and it hit it too hard. And they're supposed to catch that, and I hope that they're looking at that, because when it gets too severe, I mean, this, if I said, oh, this is signed and I want to get it CGC graded, or I wouldn't get it CGC graded if you castrated me. I just wouldn't get anything CGC graded. Do I have CGC graded books? Yes. Buy them at a certain deal or whatever. But I'll may crack them open later and get them reslabbed by CBCS. I think they're better. And you would never get an authentication with this signature on there from CBC, but you would with CBCS. Yeah, this has been struck to where it's kind of warped the cover. It looks rippled like you would get when it's water damaged. I would have to press this, and with those two deep in there, I don't know that it would help the grade. That's why you get things, uh get them graded, is to improve the grade. I'm just looking at the back here, and I mean, you have an operator, um and an assistant operator on the line. And you can see that both of these, even though this is more noticeable on the front cover, um, maybe this back one, and I know it's harder to see because it's wide up here, but even this top staple was striking too. And generally, if one strikes too deep, the other one will too. Um, and you don't want them, you want it to secure all the forms in the cover, but you don't want it to strike it so much that it's causing a rippling like it is on this cover. Of course, this is thinner paper too, the newsprint. But yeah, I will probably DM Peter Samedi and tell him you need to watch the staples, because that is too deep. That is that you to secure this book with staples, you do not need it to hit that hard. Now, I may have just got one out of a million, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm just telling you, knowing, having worked at World Color, Renier, uh, printing, uh, that that should not happen, and quality control should tell them, and hopefully they did too. This needs to be corrected. This is striking too hard, too deep. So there's our printing lesson for today. And this was number 10. Don't know if you got a good look at it, but if you could see it, it's just kind of you can feel it. It's just rippled. And I think it's because the staples struck too deep. These others, I mean, you can feel, if you can feel the big rise here, these are struck too hard. Let me take a look at that first one. The first one's not too bad. Okay. The first one's not, I don't know what the page count is on these, but, the first one seems okay. But now this one here, I can tell some bending there in the cover. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I'll take this one out and show you. The striker that you have a big bale of wire. A staple starts out as a big bale of wire, and it's on a spool and turns around, and it's just fed, and you have a thing doing the striking there, if I remember correctly. And this is going to be different than on a, on a, like a glued, you would have like a wheel, and the glue adhering, picking up some of that glue and putting it along the spine as the forms and the cover go. Well, first on the forms, and then the cover immediately goes on there and is sealed on there, rolled on there. This, strut, and some of them can strike deep. And it shows up good with this black here. If you see this bottom staple right there, you can see, hopefully, right there at the start of the barcode, you can see that there is a black, and then boom, it takes a valley and goes down where that struck so hard. And yeah, you can kind of see the rippling in the cover because of the thin stock of the cover and the thin paper inside, actually. And just that it struck too deep, struck too hard to secure this, whatever the page count. But visibly see rippling on that all day long. I would not be happy with that. And I wasn't in quality control. I wasn't an assistant operator or the operator, and that's ultimately on the operator. But the assistant should help him in all manners find that stuff and go, oh, wait a minute. And quality control should come by and go, no, that's not right. I mean, you can feel the bumps here where the staples are. So if I don't even know if you could press this, you say, well, I'd like to get the highest grade on this possible. I don't know that you could, because that staple might just poke through the paper here, or make, I just don't know about that. I don't have enough experience in pressing. These are like hills, valleys, you feel it. This one's not too bad, but still, it seems to have struck too hard, for what it was. Maybe you had to do that on this flimsy stuff, but I don't think so. But yeah, you see his picture there. I apologize for just getting into it here. I'm not showing off good. Wonderful artwork by Robert Geronimo. But if you can, I mean, the ones that you can see are, if you're following the spine along and it goes, it shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do near that. I mean, you should go maybe over, I mean, or at least even, but this, that means it's striking hard into it, and there's no need for that. And really, I probably should look like on the worst case scenario of these. Let's see. Either that first one I complained about. You probably need to look in the middle of the book to see where the staple folds over to hold it together. Peter Cimetti's main focus seems to be offering a low-cost alternate to the big two. Well, yeah, when you're dealing with printers, there's going to be issues, that's for sure. And especially if you're using a thinner stock, which, this is far superior stock for sure. I mean, to the old almost yellow tannish stock we got back in the 80s, and 70s. It doesn't, and you don't have the pinholes here. Remember the pinholes? Are you old enough to remember pinholes? There was actually, your pages could stick together because the pinholes paper actually has holes in them. And that was because they had needles, for the forms to put it together. It was just the way it was put together. This doesn't have pinholes. So I guess the printing has gotten a little bit better. It does. Oh. Here is Apex Comics ad for Fembat. Yeah, even these. Yeah, he said that he had this, and this is number 10. I don't know if he's in the others, but yeah, here's Fembat, his ad for Fembat. So first appearance of Fembat, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's a new character or one he's published before. But kind of nice. I can't wait to get my other Alterna books. I didn't advertise in these. I didn't get in on that. But the Alterna books that I should be getting, I'm trying to find the middle of the book here, which should be. And this is nice. Look at this. This issue 10 has the map printed in it of the Blood Realm. Trying to find the middle of the book where the pages, you know, the staples on the inside should be visible. No. I don't know what the page count is on these. Be interesting to see some of the other ads that are in here. Fembat only on Indiegogo. And that drawing, interesting enough, that he did of Fembat was done in 1999. So using old artwork, I know I did for Sea Demon. I used my Sea Demon artwork that was done in the watercolor John did back in 1993 for one of my ads. And that's why he made it into the book, because that art was already ready, you know, and in color. So perhaps he did as well with Fembat. He did that artwork back in 1999. Wow. And these, I mean, you would think that you would see the Steins from USA Comics has an ad in here. Comic book lettering. I like that when people are offering services, you know, because you might need a colorist, a letterer, or whatever. Shokai, the Heavenly Blade from Gerald Lance, advertised in here. I'm not seeing any. Of course, I know I'm past great double pager here of action. And sticking with that black and white and red theme, a lot more red in that, incorporated in that. War of the Wolves is the title of this one, number 10. I like, this may have been the first one that he put in the sci-fi element, because there is a sci-fi element to this. Under the new regime, a few thrive. A few will thrive, some will survive, most will die. Red Empires, Frontiers Saga. Kind of nice what they did, but their logo needs to be a little bit easier to read, in my opinion. And just start from Fembat here. Just see if I can see those middle staples. I know I'm lingering long on this, but I'm kind of curious to see the end of the staple. Now, I love this piece. I really do. I like the crackle effect. And on the artwork, really, this doesn't do it justice. That moon there, planet, like it's, you know, dried paint, the way the original was on that. And even that looks pretty nice, but not near what the original artwork. But you'll get that from anything. It's got some art gallery in the back, with just some, oh man, yeah, some of them in color. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. I don't see any middle staples. Oh yeah, man. I mean, he's got some nice Nice one-shot dragon pieces and some in color, partial color. Some, he still sticks with that red and black theme. And then, also available this month, shows the cover to the next one. It's always nice. I mean, some of these are going to go out to the comic store. Hey, you, ALTERNA's Reader Award exclusives are fit for a king. Yeah. King Cryptid. So this might have some of the first images of King Cryptid in it. Peter Sametti's Mavericks here on the back. Now, I see they have a Q code. Mine will have a Q code. Would you like to know more? And it's got the Q code there. And if I could read this, coming soon. Toji, maybe? I mean, it's interesting looking. But again, if it's too stylized, then live with it. A lot of black, trying to be careful with touching it too much. A lot of black ink. I should have gloves on with these, really. Never did see the staples inside. But yeah, a staple should not be that buried that deep into the book. And if you were to get it graded, don't be surprised that you would not get a 8.5 or 7.5. Might get better than that. I don't know. Depends on what they're, All right, let's go on to some more, and maybe I'll go deeper dive on some of those here in a minute. I'm curious to see some of the ads that were placed in there. And beginning this issue, all new story, new supporting cast, all new adventure. This is, this is a design thing. Where would my, I have two of them around here. I've been doing some cleaning, so yeah, it's buried. But at least I found it. That's why I get the bright colors, so they stand out. Printing red over that brown, you can't see. Not well enough. 22, issue 22. So they took a different direction. New supporting cast, all new adventures. This is Elf Lord number 22, although that was hard to see. And that should be a design choice. If it's going to overlap like that, maybe not print it in red. I don't know. They thought the red would show up well enough. I mean, 40 cents on that one. And 60 cents on this copy. Black sensitive cover on this one. You really see probably some airbrush work on these rocks back here. 23. Elf Lord 23. Again, black sensitive, and these were older books, so glad I picked them up. I gladly bought 2-3 copies of each for like 50 cents, because they were older already. And that was only a few years ago, and I'm going back about 30 years on these already. And I know how thin, that gave 60 cents for that one. Here's number 21. Gave 40 cents for it. Simple, nice. That's all you need for a cover. Sometimes just something, an icon. I think I got another one here. Of course, I alternate them. You should alternate your books because the spine side's going to have those staples and it's going to be a little thicker than the other side. Number 21 again. And these are in pretty good shape, I mean, you got some spine ticks here, but I don't see any breakage of color. And if you can press them out. There's also a line here, like maybe like a stack, you know, but that would press all out. It should. Elf Lord number 20. Couple of copies of it here. PG-13. They even had a rating on these. Airbrushing going on there with mist and stuff. A lot in AIRCEL. 50 cents for that one. And 60 cents for that copy. That rat character. Number 19. Again, you know, these might have had from people looking in there, and that's what happens, you know, when you're looking in there. I've got to, you know, if I ever open up a shop, I've got a way to totally eliminate that. But people look through boxes and stuff. No telling how many people look through these things. But black sensitive cover, and even though it has spine ticks, if you press, you know, those may all press out pretty good. You know, 50 cents. Something getting, you know, if you're not getting, if something's worth getting graded, I gave 50 cents for this one. If it's worth getting graded, I would say get it pressed, because I agree with Chuck Rosansky that runs Mile High Comics, the mecca of comics. I mean, you know, he's got what, about 10 million comics, more each day. Elf Lord number 16, a lot of airbrushing on here. A lot of airbrushing on the figures, and all this brickwork airbrushed. Imagine it was a time saver for him. And I think they were mostly black and white inside. They've done a few color things. Yeah, you can see the airbrushing on this. Real easy. I mean, the lines over here. This is number 15 and a half. And what's up with that? 15 and a half. But yeah, that goes across her face and everything airbrushed. That was kind of their thing. Gave 60 cents for that. Another copy, I gave 50 cents for that one. They're generally in pretty good shape to be as old as they are, you know. Number 15, Inside Special Jake Thrash Preview. A lot of airbrushing. $0.50 for that copy. All right. Well, I know I got a lot of this issue. I remember the turtle. We'll get back to that in a second. I am curious. Shall we take a deep dive into the blood realm again? See what, see this issue number 11. See what it has in it. I really should get my gloves with as much black as, you know, people don't realize that black ink just leaves, you know, your imprint on it very, very easily. It never fully dries. That's why black covers are so hard. Here's that another ad done. I didn't show you the first one, but it was a little bit different for that Red Empire Frontiers saga. This one, the title to this is God Slayer. This story. Maybe I'll see the staples in here. I'm glad he added a sci-fi element to it. That really took it in a different direction. Now here's Red Valkyrie. Writing, merchandising, everything. So I didn't realize that Red Valkyrie had put an arrow, though she probably told me on a stream. Showing Red Valkyrie and Psy there. Cyborg Valkyrie. I mean, he has some, one thing he does like this splash page. I know it's not really called a splash page, but, he does a lot of these single panel, if it calls for it. Although he's broken it up here, this is all basically one single panel, huh? Without the use of panels, totally segmenting it off. 4 people in here and I got 3 likes. Oh, well, as Tree Goblin says, I got to earn it. Yeah, I mean, you turn the page and then here's 2 more. I'm of the belief, and I'm not saying anything about his work here. This is how he likes to work. Fine. I know it's been said, and I've agreed with it. Now I'll take a deeper dive in these and actually read these and see what kind of comes across, as I go along. If you do that, lose the impact of it. Turn the page and bam, full page, full thing, full on full page. But I mean, and he does splatter effect outside the panels. But here's another one. This is an ad here. Ad done by him, I guess. Learn English while reading exciting books like Blood Realm and other titles and topics that you may enjoy. Something about reading English. So he got an ad gig for that, or that's interesting. I mean, again, just bam, And if you did the whole book that way, I mean, but here's another one page. Here's Shokai again. All right. Salvation Lost, Part 2. Yeah, he does a lot of single. Reads Scarf Comics. Scarf Comics. He does have compelling characters. I mean, look at him. I was looking at an artist today and retweeted some stuff of Tar Pit was a new villain against the Flash, and that's kind of reminiscent of that. Yeah. I just, I will definitely bring that to Peter Simeti's, because this should not happen. I mean, on the printing level. And I don't know if he's aware of it. He may be totally fine with it, but it strikes that deep where you got to heel, striking too hard. And it's, rippling the cover. I mean, it's so hitting it so hard. At least that's see that rippling? I know I can see it, so I know you can. Because you are dealing with fairly thin stock, which a book like this is harder. Hey, Dave, from the Netherlands. I always like to throw that in there. Hey, we picked up a couple people, but I only got 4 likes so far. Oh, well. What I was going to say, when you have that thinner stock, you have to jog all those forms down into, like you would playing cards where they're all even, on the sides where they're all like not one sticking up or, like, okay, so I have these. These are just cards for your for your comics, right? Old ones at that. You would jog them down, you know, to get them even. Now I can tell this one sticking out. It's a different size. Never going to get that jog down right with that big one in there. But you would just jog the forms down, you know, and you have to work it, you know, depending. The covers too. And then I'd feed the covers in, but you would want to angle them like that to get them to slide up underneath the other covers. Now that was a little bit different job, but the forms to put in the pockets, you would do this. A lot of people develop corporal tunnel. I like to work on the glued books because it didn't run as fast. And they were easier to feed, but you get on Newsweek has a real thin stock, much like the Peter Simeti's books on ALTERNA. And I did Newsweek. Newsweek is a weekly, and that's a job you don't want to be on because it's running that all the time. Only time that job is, they had at least a couple presses or one, one, maybe two, that ran Newsweek to get that out every week. That was a weekly contract. So that was a big contract for them. But it had that real thin stock, almost like newsprint. And you would have to, you know, that thin stock does not jog down like these stiff boards do. So, you know, and it has to be Johnny quick. So, and I tried doing Newsweek. I was put on Newsweek, but after a couple of days, I had to go to the doctor because my arm was kind of hot here. It was kind of red. And they said my tendon sheath, that's that sheath around your tendon, is inflamed. And that was because of the repetitive motion. You do that for year after year after year, as some of those women do, they develop corporal tunnel. Anything that you do repetitively like that leads to corporal tunnel. I wasn't going to do that to myself. As it was, I broke my legs down somewhat on that concrete, you know, as a lot of people do on jobs. And it's not worth it in the end. No paycheck is worth that. 5 likes now. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I really do. Here's Elf Lord number 14. Yeah. Turtle's sticking his tongue out, and he's sticking his tongue out. The guy's taking a drink down here. He looks half drunk. Elf Lord. You can just hear that noise. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Okay, 60 cents for that one. 50 cents for this one. I know I've got multiples of this one. Only 2 in this box. Number 13. Black sensitive. They did real simple covers for the most part. I mean, some were more complex. Another copy. Okay, 50 cents for that one, 60 for that other one. So I got the best deal that I could. You know, the most books I could in over a very short time. I would say about a month and a half. I got about 1,500 books, comics, and other stuff. The vinyl banks, some of which I have around here, and I've kind of moved them all. That Captain America there, Bust Bank, Iron Man down here. Don't know if you can see it. I got a Daredevil down here. Might be able to see, yeah, straight back right there. He's in his yellow and red costume. I've got a couple glasses sitting on him, plastic glasses. But and oh yeah, the right on that Wacky Racers box right there is the Batmobile. That's a vinyl bank. You can't fit much money in it, but who cares? It looks cool. I'm just glad to get the original Batmobile in something. Number 12. Don't know what's causing that little round thing on the, don't think that's on the book. I think that is on the, has a little dimple there from, you know, if that was not down there, you'd say, well, that's a thumb. Some people don't know, a lot of people don't know how to handle books. 15, let's see, 50 cents, I mean. 15 cents for this copy. And who knows, that might be in better shape than the one I gave 50 cents for. Number 5. This is 1986. You know, they would put, that was different. They'd put the copyright AIRCEL Publishing Limited 1986 at the bottom. I was glad to see. I mean, this was something different in comics, you know, to get into the mainstream and into the comic shops like that. Independent gave 60 cents for that one. And we'll get out of the AIRCEL stuff here in just a little bit. Although this box is primarily AIRCEL. Barry Blair did this cover. Blair did a lot of stuff for AIRCEL. This is number 4. Again, black around the edge, you know, and for these to be almost 40 years old, needs a few years, it'll be 40 years old. These are in excellent shape. You give them they're going to be stellar, you know, high grade copies for 60 cents on average. A lot of airbrushing on this one, mostly airbrushed. Number 2 of Elf Lord. 60 cents for that. See, you can see the blurred, not the crisp lines, just airbrushed on his neck there. All airbrushed. Which was something different in comics at the time. 40 cents for that one. Elf Lord number 1 volume. No, I'm sorry, number 11 volume 2. See, we get into these volumes. Okay. Why can't we just keep with the same series? If it's a mini series, okay, 1 of 4. I'm fine with that. A micro series, a maxi series of 12 issues, whatever. That's something different. But, you know, if it's the main title, why go to volume 3, volume 4, volume 4? Why? And start the numbering over. I don't understand. To me, I want, like Todd McFarlane, I want to reach that pinnacle. Gave 50 cents for that one. I want to reach that pinnacle of 300 issues. Yeah, man. I've done this comic called Devil Flyer, and it's reached 301 issues. It's not going to break any records now. Spawn already did that, you know, but, you know, because Sarah stopped at 300 for an independent book. But, you know, that's some achievement. Not 50 cents for that one. I know I got a bunch of that one too. Him in the water singing evil. I got a bunch of all these. Here's volume 10, number 10, volume 2. Now, why can't I read that? A lot of airbrushing. Wacky characters, man. Sacrifice him to the... Okay. You say so. Yeah. Gave 40 cents for that one. Another copy, 50 cents. I mean, you know, the insides of these may be a little tan. You know, this was done on newsprint. But 60 cents for that one. Here's volume number 9, volume 2. I can't even, another Blair cover. Reminds me of Jabba the Hutt's desert scene, you know, his boat-like thing, which he died on. Yeah. Another copy, 50 cents. Number 8, volume 2. Again, black. These are the type of books you like in good shape that are old. And I gave nothing for them. Nobody wants them. Okay, I'll take them. 60 cents. I'm not out of fortune. Lower print. Sensitive cover. I think I'm going to come out good. you know, in the long run. Here's another copy, 40 cents. I mean, it's not like I'm investing a lot of money in them, but, you know, they already have the age on them, and they already have the condition, you know. Another copy, 40 cents. And I remember seeing some of these and picking up them. Here's number 7, volume 2. A lot of black on that. I mean, 50 cents for that one. Here's number 6, volume 2, 40 cents. Look, I see a booger. No, you don't. 60 cents for that one. Even their logos, I mean, you know, had airbrushing. The little highlights were airbrushed in. This is number 5, volume 2. Just the little white spots there, they were airbrushed in to make it gleam. You can see a lot of airbrushing here very easily. It's not well defined. It's just blurry. $0.60 for that one, 50 cents for this one. Number 4, volume 2. Seen that dragon character before. Okay, 50 cents for that one. But yeah, these are the ones I like that are black, 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 black around there, very condition sensitive. Don't see any breakage of color. And, you know, it's stapled right. I don't see it struck hard on here. You know, you can see the staple right here. You can see the staple. But there's no hill and valley. If there is, it's very minor. Very minor. This number 3, volume 2. Skull cover. 50 cents. 50 cents. I mean, these are almost 40 years old, folks. I did like their little AIRCEL little winged creature up here. This is number 2, volume 2. Give you a good look at their little logo. I just like the cobbled together rough look of these. You know, I know they're lower print. Some of them didn't interest me. I usually picked up a few like Dragon Ring, and because they were different, you know, like this one. This one doesn't have the highlights on the logo. But their little AIRCEL, their little flying man there, was like that. Gave 50 cents for this apparent look here on that. Like he's a wraith or a ghost. 50 cents. 50 cent deal. Yeah, 60 cents on this one. And they all look good. You see any breakage of color? I mean, if you did, you would see it because it's in black. And these are boarded and bagged and not manhandled a lot. I don't see, you know, you could, I bet if I could show you the difference. You know, I could take one, I'm not going to, but I could touch it all over here and you could tell after I got done with it, it'd been manhandled. These haven't. 60 cents. And I wasn't just, you know, going, oh, these are, you know, I was just like, AIRCEL, that's old stuff. Yeah, I want that. Stylized writing, very small. Night Wind, WYND, Enterprises, and then some Chinese or Japanese characters. This is number 3, Elf Lore. Elf Lore. Not Elf Lord, but Elf Lore. I mean, these have good stapling, you know, they're right where they should be, you know. I don't feel a bump, you know, because I mean, staple looks like this, right? Ooh, I'm down to 1. Who's in here? Lorenzo? I'm down to one viewer, right at an hour. But a staple's like this, right? C-shaped. Okay. This part that's straight needs to go in the book and be crimped in the middle of the book. Okay? But now this straight part of the C, and my finger's crooked, it was born that way. This straight part should not be in the book, any part, just these part and then crimped. You know, this part should not be in the book. When it is, it's hitting too hard and it's creating a hump. These, and you'll get a little hump. You'll get a little hump regardless, okay? But you can, in most cases, I can feel a little hump here on this here, and it can vary, and I don't feel any hump here. And it's on the same book. And I believe it's the same striker. Strikes here, strikes there, strikes the next one, strikes that one, that one, and just so forth and so on as they go down the line. Because I believe there's only one striker, not two. So, you know, why the variance? You know, it may be the forms and just the resistance of the forms and how they're writing, because they're writing down the line like this on the line to be stapled, to be put, you know, the cover put over it. But there's air floor number 3. Pile on. And I had not even seen that title, 60 cents for that one. I'd not even seen that one. Here's Elfheim, number 3, reading with his turtle. Sexual position? What the? Kitty porn? 50 cents, or is that 30 cents? 50 cents for that one. Now we get into some more titles. Dragon Ring, yeah, number 1. Probably bought this. This was in 1986. Black all around, very sensitive. Does it have some spine ticks? Yes, it does. More than you know, but none of them break color. So you get this thing pressed, and it'll be a high-grade copy, more than likely. Sorry about that. I had a little pop-up come up. See, they put their... And I believe Del Keown did some Dragon Ring covers. Number 50. I think we saw one the other. Number 50. 50 cents for it. Mm-mm. Another number 1. This one's got some some color breakage. You know, you can tell. You can tell on black. 60 cents. Don't know how well my picture, you know, in the bag can pick it up, but right here. Yes, right there. You can tell, even on my camera. Breakage of color. Black shows it up. Number 1s. 60 cents. This is number 5 of Dragon Ring. I did read some Dragon Ring when it came out, all blue. It's just the way they framed them in, you know, in the early days of AIRCEL. 49 cents for that. 49 cents. Not 50, 49. Dragon Ring number 10. 60 cents for it. And by that time, they dropped the border. Oh, 0 watchers. 0 watchers, but 7 likes. Cha-ching. I guess we've done half the book. Oh, we got 1 person in here? Okay, I'll keep going. 2 people now. What the hell? Okay, I was getting ready to call it quits. Warlock number 5, number 3. Yeah. All airbrush, all of it airbrush. I guess that's the way they could do the color on cheap. Today, we would do it on computer. Nobody would think about airbrushing too much. All this, and it does look crisp. It does look crisp, but you get looking at it here. I mean, it looks crisper on camera than it does in person because you never get any really definitive lines. I guess that was the skill of the artist. Although this is not a bad job. I'd have that person work for me, for sure. But it's really not that crisp, an image. Now on camera, it looks a lot better. But Warlock 5, number 3 from AIRCEL. And then there's their other logo here. Little winged logo. They did away with the little thing and put that up there after a time. And, you know, they're no longer putting the copyright here. This is 87 artwork. This is pretty wild cover. Warlock number 5, number 8. Oh, sorry. Now, wouldn't you like to take that home to Mama? 60 cents for that. Shadowhawk. I'm still here, Rex. Just got home. Hey, cool. Yeah, fix one on me, will you? Hawaiian Punch. I went to see my mother yesterday. Forgot my tailgate was down. I had 3 jugs starting out. By the time I got there, I had 2 jugs. So somebody picked up a jug of Hawaiian Punch on me. And it's only across the street. At least I didn't lose my big thing of peanut butter. Warlock 5, number 20. A lot of black here on the bottom and the top. 1988 here. Simple but effective. Interesting cover. 50 cents. Another copy here for 60 cents. Warlock 5, number 22. Voyeur cover. 60 cents. We got here Warlock 5, number 22 again. 50 cents. These are in stellar shape, man. Oh, look at the black on this one. Warlock 5, number 4, book 2. Look at all that black. No color breakage. We take that for granted, but black covers are condition sensitive. Sometimes I will buy a comic just because it has a black cover to get it in good shape. Warlock 5, very RoboCop looking character here. A New Beginning by creator Barry Blair. This is number 3, book 2. RoboCop. Cylon visor. A lot of airbrushing. 77 cents for this one. Oh, Avengers versus X-Men. Consequences, number 1. $3.99, and I got it for 77 cents. Okay. What's going on the cover? I can tell what this is. From a distance, I don't know what the hell this is. Okay, it's a guy in a crater. But I mean, the coloring, I'm just saying, you need to be able to see this from a distance as well as up close. Giant size X-Men First Class. This is from 2000 November issue. The Beast. The Beast with no hair. And Stan Lee goes, "You mean the Beast is bald?" And Lorenzo, here is your amphibian and your... Oh, we've already had some lizard representation. I didn't even point out the dragons. Yeah, I like that cover. You know, from a distance, I can tell what's going on there. 60 cents for that one. First Class, number 9, 2007. Number 3. I did collect the first few issues of this when it came out from the store. Glad to find some and fill in some gaps with this First Class, X-Men First Class, at Hastings. So I snapped them up, 60 cents. Yes. And number 4 of X-Men First Class. I mean, I think this is you tell me, is this a Thunderbird? He's driving the Beast, driving with his foot and his hand in 2007. Is that a Thunderbird? Or am I wrong? Or can we tell? It's kind of got a skull-like emblem on the front, I think. Maybe they heisted Dr. Doom's car. And does he have a car? I know he has jet boots. One more day. 60 cents for that, Jim. And all new X-Men, the Beast, in a splayed look like that. Number 10. And Cyclops going on. You know, Wolverine snarling. Wolverine with the all-new X-Men. In their old costumes. 30 cents for that one. All-new X-Men. Which of the all-new X-Men will join Cyclops' mutant revolution? This has magic on the cover. And looks like Magneto back there. And then we have, the White, whatever. They got together with Cyclops there for a while. I like how they gave Snowman, Iceman, sorry about that. Almond-like eyes, just simple almond-like eyes. It's different. 30 cents for that bad boy. And another copy, 50 cents. All New Mutant Dead Souls. These next few, I think I got just off eBay in a lot. 3. $3.65 I gave for this one. That wasn't the main cover that I was going after. Where Strong Man's on there and everything. Wolfbane. It's $3.65. But now this one, very nice with the characters as skulls. Number 4. And I guess this would be the Beast, maybe down here. I don't know. Guess this would be Cyclops. He's got red glasses on, but he's kind of got, I don't know who these characters are supposed to be, but there may be magic here in the front with the sword and the one glove. Interesting, though. And I like the Sanctum Sanctorium here, the symbol of the window. That's really nice too. Black all over too. So I primarily got it for this and the skull-like cover. Bought that in a 3-lot thing on eBay. Oh, has there been some people in here that haven't hit the like button? Please do if you do. All new Wolverine number 30, Orphans of X. I don't know. You can see the open characters. That's with Dakin on the cover. X-Men Blue. X-Men Blue number 11. This is Rock and Roll Edition. Now, I got like these next few from one of those packs at Walmart. And this was one that had a variant, Rock and Roll Edition. There's a vinyl record back here. So this was a variant cover. Don't know how rare a variant cover to X-Men Blue that was. The Beast with his hands all taped up there in blue. Gave $270 for that. X-Men Blue number 11B, 2017, and ACNA, let's see, retailer incentive 1 in 5 variants, so not very rare. I wrote the information down. I looked them up, the special ones. Don't need that mouse anyway. $270 for that other one. Get this out of the way. Red. Special effects. See, Cylon. Going back here, and I did like this stylized artist that was doing this at the time. Don't know that I picked up much. I wasn't that interested in Generation X, but here's Generation X number 34. Wrong. $267 for it. No, I don't want to leave this site. You mess with the mouse and things pop up. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Now be careful with that. Oh, hell, the mouse. Number 10 or Avengers number 700. Double numbering madness. Yeah, I was glad to get this in a 10-pack. That's why I bought it. This was the outside book at Walmart. Again, don't much like the beefed up, non-sexy She-Hulk. But number 700. Of course, you have the new style Ghost Rider. Don't much care for that look either in the face. But Avengers number 700. I started with like issue 147 and got most of them, whether I was reading it or not. I think I bought this on the stands. Not this particular book, but yes, this book. One like it. I do have a rougher copy. This one's not in that great a shape, but it's better than the other copy. With a pressing, it would look a lot better. Don't see much breakage of color. But anyway, this is Legion of Superheroes number 263. Tyrock is the black character with the sonic voice, much like Banshee. One of the earliest comics I got was a Legion of Superhero with his first appearance. And if you don't know the characters on the cover, Tyrock, Shadowlass, Chameleon Boy, Wildfire, Day of Judgment. Dick Garagano cover. 40 center. Tyrock. Little Peter Pan white shoes. Little wings on the tops. Styling and profiling. some Silver Age goodness. Yeah, if you went this long, we got some good stuff. Adventure Comics, number 321. Yeah, Kurt Swan cover, The Code of the Superheroes. The charge is that you betrayed the Legion's greatest. Now, there's really a mistake here in my mind, okay? They emphasize Legion, but not the apostrophe S. Why not? Anyway, you can look at it here in a minute. Greatest secret. For displaying such weakness, you are imprisoned. We are imprisoning you here for all time, lest you betray us again. So he's got food, water, and books in this little confined space. Come on, man. I agree with Superboy. You brought the punishment on yourself. Lightning Lad, goodbye. Wow, just double down. Saturn Girl. See, I would have emphasized the whole, you can see Legion, but the apostrophe S is not emphasized. If you're going to emphasize it, emphasize the whole word. Legion. We already know it's the Legion. Adventure Comics featuring the Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. We already know that. Number 321. A lot of black space. Yeah, nice. $6. Legionnaires, number 0, The Beginning of Tomorrow. $4.99 for this one. Silver ink up in the logo and the Legionnaires. I think this is first appearance of someone in this issue. Maybe. And they brought back in Legionnaires, they brought back Triplicate Girl. You know, she had to become Duo Damsel. Duo Damsel because Computo killed her when he first appeared. Legion of Superheroes. I always like this kind of a gray tone, given to him on the cover. Steve cover, number 56. Steve Lytle's a nice guy. Block. It's Block. They gave him, in this here, I believe this is Block. It's been a while, but they gave him a Swamp Thing, the nose that comes up like this on this cover. It's an art choice of Steve Lytle's. $2.62 for that one. Oh, I do like this. This is Keith Giffen cover. Of course, he did a lot of Legion stuff. This is December 9. I'm assuming it is a direct copy. I don't see a barcode. Maybe it's on the back, but 91, that would be in there that you would want to get the stands because this would have been only the 10% of the run. But nice color choices here, the blue and the silver with the black and the white, stars, Darkseid and Lobo on the cover. I just like this here too, that this is kind of like Inner Man, kind of inspired Inner Man was images like this, where it's just like the outline of him. Thinking about doing, half Inner Man, maybe half Silver Boa. Don't know. Because I believe Silver Boa deserves his own. Steve Lytle did a bunch of Legion of Superheroes. This is Tales of Legion of Superheroes. I believe the Tales of Legion of Superheroes was reprinting earlier Legion stories. I'm not sure on that, but I believe it's a reprint book of the Legion stuff and not necessarily the old stuff. But it did have, one redeeming thing. It had new covers, like this Steve Lytle cover. I told him I liked his stuff on, Legion of Superhero, and he drew me a beast, which is sadly does no longer exist because of the fire. $3.49 for that one. The First to Fall. I guess this is black. Black. Legion 90, I should say. Number 20. Pretty nice shape to be condition sensitive. Gave 81 cents for it. That was probably one I picked up at Hastings. Here's Legion 91. This is Kevin. What's his name? Anyway, he did a lot of Legion. Number 33. This character was very popular during the time, that female character. Was her name Quantum? I'm not sure. 81 cents. Another black. Let's see. Kevin McGuire, maybe? Anyway, he did this cover too. Oh, Kevin and Carl. Okay, Kevin, but it doesn't give me a last name. Okay, and Carl Kessick on the inks. Okay. Well, black. Condition sensitive. Legion 92, number 35. They kept the numbering, but the title really changed every year. 90, 91, 92, 93. Legion 92, number 36 from February 1992. Another Kevin McGuire, I think. He did like Justice League International. Spider Monster. 81 cents for that. Legion 92, number 39. Kevin and Carl. Just how they sign their stuff. Brainiac 5 there. Legion Secret Origins. Paul Levitz wrote this. Legion Secret Origin, the girl who fell through universes. The real beginnings of the Legion, never before revealed. Gotta have that. Number 1 of 6. $2.99, holding the line at $2.99. Yeah, right. He's got his Legion ring there. It enables every Legion at least the power of flight. Cosmic Boy there. Legion Secret Origins number 2. That's French. It means 2. Smart ass. No, not you being. I mean me. Okay. Forget about it. Number 3. Shocking. And this is what you can get with digital, Looks like glow on his uniform and you can't achieve that. I mean, it'd be very difficult to achieve something like that. It's kind of blurred out of focus with light, any way other than digital. And that's what drew me to the early image comics, is the early digital stuff that they did with lighting that had never been seen in comics before. It's kind of like in Star Wars when the Millennium Falcon struck, off into hyperspace, and you had the streaks, or the Star Trek Enterprise hit that, warp, had the lines, and everybody, ooh, ah, because we'd never seen it before. Now it's old hat. We don't think about it. But back then it was something new. Same thing with the lighting effects that were done with digital back in the days. They really heavily used it. Number 4, and they stood out from DC because of it. That was one thing they did right. Kind of like when Ninja Turtles did, like, "Hey, Pal Rider, snuck in on me, eh?" Ninja Turtles doing the gray tone. That was different. Everybody was doing black and white, but they did it a little different with the gray tone. I still don't know how they did all that. It was different than your Zipatone stuff. Was that one of those thin records? I'm still here, Rex. Okay. Well, let's see. Lorenzo, was that one of the thin records? Pal Rider says when you're going to show the porn parody action figures. Oh, sorry. Well, Oliver came in here and then he never came back. I was going to show my Playboy, but he never came back. So what's a guy to do? I guess put it back in the safe. There used to be cheap records that were thin and floppy like paper, yeah, but made out of some other material. Was that one of those thin records? No, but you're right. They actually I think Eclipse Comics did it. They took like a record, on a square. I mean, it would still have a round, you could still, and the hole punched out where you could put it and play it. They actually bound that into a comic. Now that was different. It was a floppy record that could be played. Yeah, okay. I think I got everything. And if I didn't, I'm sure you'll tell me. Here's number 5. Meh. I like Secret Origin stuff. I like Origin. In fact, one book I'm re-looking at now is this one here, Ultraverse Origins #1, only 99 cents, and seeing their layout, because I would like to do an Origins book perhaps. So I may be reading this tonight, maybe giving it a look over. And I was thinking Aaron Lopresti drew Sludge, but not in this. But I was thinking Aaron Lopresti drew Sludge, didn't he? Although I wasn't aware of it at the time. It's just kind of a name gloss over. Number 5, I do like the helmets, and it looks squished on him here. How do you get that off when it's so tight? It just has to look good. Doesn't have to be functional. It's comics after all. And I'll tell you, I mean, in comics, some things are unrealistic, right? I found that out trying to do mine and working with a colorist that just couldn't get it under his head that you need to see the character's costume in color, like Wild Dog, not Wild Wolf, Wild Dog. Like Wild Dog there, if he was underwater instead of crashing through glass, you'd still want to see these, and be able to identify, even though it would be black like this. Really, if you get down sometimes less than 100 feet, it'd be total darkness. You would start seeing bioluminescent fish and stuff like that are like the angler fish and stuff real deep. That'd be the only light down there because light doesn't penetrate through all that water after a while. But you never see Aquaman or Submariner or any underwater character just blue, totally blue with no costume colors. It's not realistic. I mean, in comics, but our mind doesn't think anything about it. We just go, okay, that character like Spidey underwater should be red and blue, But realistically, it look a lot different. There's realism in comics. Some things you want to be real about, and then there's some things that you want to exaggerate. That's a very exaggeration. I would like to explore how could you do Aquaman or Submariner type character like Sea Demon in total black. Total black. Now you're gonna have to see him. That's why on Sargasco, he has like a shell-like thing here that can be like bioluminescent and give off light. And on his belt, I gave him a light. And on the trading card, it's all lit up after it was colorized. He's got the lighting effect there. Did very nicely on that, I might add. I'm very proud that he did that. See, this is number 8, Adventure Comics. Remember, they canceled Adventure Comics at 503. Well, they started it back up again with the Legion of Superheroes, which had always been featured prominently, but they weren't the only characters that had been in Adventure for the last 20 years. But this is number 5. I don't know what the hell it is because it's printed over with the 8 and the 5 something, which is the one number I really want to know, is printed over it's printed with gray. So you can't read it. And I'm curious. Let's up bad boy up and see if in the indica, and used to they would put that copyright on the first page, the splash page. Made it very convenient just to look in the cover, behind the cover and see the information you want. Now they start putting back page or somewhere in the middle, and who knows where. Have to make it difficult for the collector. Now, I do like this character. I guess that's the new look for Starboy. Starman? I don't know anymore. Starboy? I mean, you had Lightning Lad, but then he becomes Lightning Man. I don't know. They're perpetual teenagers? There's been so many different takes on the Legion. It gets muddy, Infinite Crisis was supposed to clear that up, and it really didn't clear anything up. I hear Abby barking out. She's been outside all this time. Yeah, no copyright on the first page. So we'll switch to the back here. That would be too easy. It is on the back and on the back page, the very back. Who we got here? Sergio Aragonés. Yeah. Going to WonderCon this year. David Finch. There's Mark Evner. Darren Cook when he was still alive. He looks in that picture. He looks. Who do I think he looked like? Those glasses on. I don't know. It was there. Now it's gone. He looks like a Jack Nicholson too. I probably see it, but number 511 variant cover. How's it a variant? Number 8, and then Adventure Comics 511 variant cover. I guess early May 2010. So 511. I guess they had 511 where you could see it. So maybe there's two different covers, apparently. A variant cover and the main cover. And this is the main cover. Last Stand of New Krypton is the story. All right. I'll leave that on. No, I won't. Better not. Now you take this tape off, and some of your powder, like your Sharpie ink, is going to be like powder and come right off. Just to let you know, if you ever seen that. Might want to get a new piece of tape and rewrite it. See, this is probably 512, 9 written over it. Gave $1.20 for it. Adventure Comics. glad they brought it back. I really didn't collect any of these. These were probably the first ones that I got after the fact. Might have got an issue or two, and I saw that at Hastings and maybe picked it up, but I'm kind of disgusted, really. Wondered if that was water damage just from the feel of it. Probably not. Tech call. Best just to answer it and hang up, or it'll keep ringing. All right, Adventure Comics number 11. Okay. And they had these second features here. Second feature, Legion of Superheroes. I thought this was all about. Oh well. $4.25 for that. That was probably off eBay. This is Legion of Superheroes number 37 from, I believe that's 2008. Jim Shooter wrote it, $1.20. Writing Legion years and years later. He was writing Legion of Superheroes when he was 13 years old in junior high. Legion of Superheroes number 38. Busy cover. $1.20. $1.20 for this one too, number 39. Looks like Princess Projectra, I would say. Like that chain in the foreground going on. Chains are hard to draw. Each link has to be uniform for it to look right. Number 40, brother and sister there. Go ahead, make my cover. Number 41. Don't move. Science Police. She blinded me with science. She blinded me. Number 42. 42? 41. That was 41. Here's 42. I don't know. Chameleon boy with butterfly wings. Well, the Legion appeared as gay to a lot of people anyway, in this day and time. Number 43. Yeah, Jim Shooter writing it along in this era. Look over there, guys. I'd like to see the Impossible Man go up against Chameleon Boy. That'd be interesting. They have similar heads, except he has the... Number 44. Yeah. Nice, interesting cover that you could look at like this, the way it's supposed to be looked at, or this. I've got you, Ultra Boy. Ultra Boy could only use one superpower at a time. He could use flight, but no need to. He's got a Legion ring that helps him fly, so he doesn't have to concentrate on flying when he's flying. So that leaves him to be either invulnerable or super strength or whatever his other power, or maybe his eye beams. He was kind of like a one-powered Superman that could only use his power once. Here's that same character again. Like maybe the Black Superman? I don't know, but Black Starboy? Intruder. Didn't read these. Legion of Superheroes number 45. Don't think Superman's going to go over that they're trying to do. Legion of Superhero number 46. I read something recently. They're eating a muffin, having some coffee or something. This is kind of reminiscent of the splash page that he was turning in for me. I know the whole scene is undercolor. Let me hide from that. Okay. Underwater, but it was all some kind of graduation of blue, like this is. It's not what I wanted. But now on the trading cards, he did pretty good, especially like in the Sargasco, like I said, with the lit belt. And this, I didn't have him light up. I just wanted to show the belt lit up, and expecting that. I just mentioned that it was a light on his belt. And but this will light up. Helix, kind of like Vertigo from DC Comics, October 1996. Vermilion, an issue number? No issue number on probably the first issue. Oh, there it is. And then there's something right next to it. You can't. Bad branding. Number one is I want you to buy Vermilion. So where's the one on it? It's very small and it's above the V there. And it's got a triangle that, it's okay. Gave $1.70 for that. And all these subsequent ones. This is number 2. Interesting covers. The style reminds me of the guy that did Aldrich. I can't remember his name. This is Mike Kaluta cover. Okay, so it stands to reason that Mike Kaluta probably did these covers. Yeah, Mike Kaluta cover on number 1. And this has a dimple in it. Something struck it here. I don't think it broke color because it's in the black area. A pressing take most of that out, if not all of it. It's good that it doesn't actually rupture and go through the cover. But yeah, something struck it. That's something about black. It's stuff like that shows up. Yeah, number 2, a Vermilion Helix. I don't know. They start these things up. And Vertigo was a pretty good line, but they killed it. Number 3, let's say you had a universe, and you didn't want magic in it, but you wanted to do some stories with magic. Okay. So let's do, another brand. It's still under DC Comics, like it says, but we'll do the Helix brand or Vertigo. It was a good concept, Subliminal face. Number 4. But they do these things so Helix. Do you remember anything about Helix? No, nobody does. What was the purpose behind all that? Non-canon? If you don't want it in your main universe, that'd be one reason. Here's number 5 of Vermilion. And have we seen him reappear? Was it such a hit? Maybe it was. Maybe it sold okay. Maybe all they wanted to do was so many issues and that's it. And that's fine. But so many things, yeah, you've got to try things. And I think these are all Mike Kaluta covers, number 6. Mike Kaluta's okay. I just never have really, yeah. He's never been one of my favorites. He's okay. Okay. He's done some good stuff. Number 7. These were more period, I don't know, occultic looking with symbol. I get that out of a lot of Mike Cluta's stuff. He uses a lot of symbolology. Is that a word? Symbolology? Symbols to convey things. And I'm going to do a horoscope group. Marvel had a good one, and that was in an early Defenders, like Defenders 50. Had a wonderful villain group, and I'm going to do a villain horoscope themed group too over time. Vermilion number 28, and may be the main, I don't know, it's too early to tell, but possibly protagonist to Silver Boa. Number nine. Not Mike Cluta. You can tell the difference. Not Mike Cluta at all. Did he do the Lord Iron and Lady Manganese? Okay. Oh, this was what's his name that did Swamp Thing? It's not Simon Bisley, is it? Who did Swamp Thing? His signature down there under that creature's elbow. Can't remember. I retweeted a thing about this today. Amazing Adventures, the original X-Men. This was something they started in like 79 and ran for a little bit. Every other cover had a new cover to it. I know John Byrne did at least one. This one's Al Milgram. Picked it up for $1.04, probably at Hastings when they went out. Was glad to get it. These were some that since they were reprints, and I needed some comics to put in my comic store, I did put some of these up for sale. Of course, all my originals were lost. This is one of probably the few, if not, that I have. I need to complete this series again. Because, like I said, every other one had an original cover artwork, and then the other covers were the original X-Men covers. This one came out in July 1980, and you can see in the black here, color breakage. Very easily see that color breakage. Oh, neck muscles showing that's color breakage on that corner. Black shows that stuff up easy. The Beast going into action against Magneto. Al Milgram. Great cover by Al. Good way to collect the expensive early things in color. This was a key issue. The second copy for me came out in 2005. September 2005. Sacrifice concludes Wonder Woman. I think this is where she kills Maxwell Lord. Breaks his neck, which was a controversial. I think it's still undervalued. It got hot for a little bit and it kind of went away. Of course, Maxwell Lord, I think they brought him back, but 219 here. I think there might have even been a variant cover, but I've got a newsstand. How did I get that? Bought it off the rack at Hastings back in 2005. They still had a rack at Hastings then. And I've got this and another Captain America issue in 1% run. 1%. Now this is the direct one that come to the stores, but I've got the newsstand edition of this one. 1% of the run. Think about that. Very, very low print. Very, very low. Maybe just going to the Hastings stores at that time, because they were the largest. They gave $2.50 to that direct one. Thick third book here, and we love us some Linda Carter. I didn't just do that, did I? Number 3, a $7.99 cover price, based on the classic TV series starring Linda Carter. Yeah, it's my cousin. I have a cousin that looked just like her. I'm telling you, even today. Beautiful, beautiful lady. Saw her at my uncle's funeral. Wonder Woman 1977 special. Yeah, number 3. Cha-ching, $7.99 cover. I got this one for $2.50. Probably on eBay. Deal. Linda Carter goodness. Deflecting those bullets with her stars. Wonder Woman. Dum, 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 dum. Ran for 3 seasons on TV. I have all 3. The first season was set in World War II, like the original Wonder Woman. And then the last 2 seasons were updated to modern times, which it looks really dated now because it was the late 70s. The car, everything, their hairstyles, the wear. Jack Kirby's, but then it looked up to date. Jack Kirby's Teen Agents, written by Kurt Busiek. Written and developed, I should say. Yeah. Teen Agents, Tops Comics, number 4 of 4. Terry Austin did the inks on this. Don't know who did the cover because they got their names so stylized. Did it in 93. Inside 3 deluxe UV coated cards plus MUS. So these had trading cards in there. Of course, Topps is known for its trading cards. Jack Kirby's Teen Agents. Some of the last stuff he developed, or came up with before he died. Of course, I don't think he had anything to do with design with this, coming up with the team in this issue. There might be some Jack Kirby cards in here. You want to see them? Only 2 of you in here. Gave $1 for it. Kind of curious. And do that on my own time. Here's number 2 of 4. Terry Austin also did the inks on this. An evil Ernie type character in looks, if you ask me. Attack of the Grunge Monsters. 3 Topps trading cards inside of the 2. See, I had to open all these up. Just buy the book. Gave $1 for it too. Yeah, evil Ernie looking guy. Guess he's a grunge monster. I can see in her hairstyle here the Kirby styling, even though it's not, if he developed these characters. And of course, he did that on animation for Thundar, and he did it on the Fantastic Four animated series in the late 70s. I had forgotten about that one. I was reminded of it. Badger, number 15. I guess Mike Barron wrote this. I think this is a Where Ringo cover. I'm not sure. Gave $1 for it. Kind of a different coloring on Badger's uniform there, his costume. Interesting looking panther-like lion character. A lot of black. Cover doesn't have to be totally black to be, more sensitive. A very young looking, and he probably looked like this when I met him. He's one tall he's one tall sucker. Maybe about 6'5" or more. Amazing Heroes interview number 3, exclusive on talking about what he was doing at the time at Defiant Comics. Jim Shooter, ruddy complexion, as always. Started writing Legion of Superheroes when he was 13 years old. I got to give him props. I gave him a hard time when I met him, but I've come to respect the guy. And he's still one of the few people that will sign stuff. Roy and Dan, two N's, Dann. Roy and Dan Thomas and Dick Garagano did this. Johnny Thunder, aka Thunderbolt. I think I bought maybe the first couple of issues of this, at least the first one when it came out. This is number 4. Don't remember reading this. This was in 85. They were celebrating their 50th year, DC. The shocking conclusion, farewell, my lightning? Question mark. Johnny Thunder. Of course, I knew a little bit about Joni Thunder. Calling it Johnny Thunder. Joni Thunder, female swap here. Yeah, who Johnny Thunder was from the All-Star Squadron that was out. Till then, I didn't know who Johnny Thunder was, that he was part of the of America. That was a fun time in comics, believe me. Optimus Prime. I think I got this 2016 book. Reconstruction. Okay. Got like a IDW issue 1. Yeah, I gave $1 for it. Or, in credit, I think. I might have bought it for $1 out of the dollar box. I'll pay $1 for that, sure. I'm not a big Transformer guy, but yeah, I'll pick that up. Probably in Jackson, Tennessee. Same thing with this one, Orion Blind Man's Bluff. Walt Simonson. Cover, Walt Simonson writing the book, Orion. This was in 2002, March issue. Walt Simonson. He never sells his artwork. Very rarely. Very rarely. Wonderful cover. Remember when this come out, I was excited about this book. I wish it would pick it up again. Eclipse Comics, one of the best ones they came out with, title-wise, the DNA Agents. I think this was done on Mondo paper. Better quality paper. I don't know. They were saying Baxter paper, Mondo paper. They were promoting different things. DNA agents, yeah, throwing them out of beakers and stuff. Test tubes. Who are the DNA agents? Coloring on that paper. Why did you give High a hard time when you met him? Oh, why did you give him a hard time when you? Well, I'd heard some stories about Jim Shooter, and I was only like 19 or 20. I didn't give him. I just, I think the Eclipse logo was it, and they flopped it for the new universe, and that's what he was kind of pushing, was the Marvel New Universe, which was like supposed to be more realistic. And really, the titles that sold were the ones that were the more super ones, like Star Brand. Nobody cared about football stars or some mech suit that Iron Man put to shame years ago. But I was giving him a hard time about the logo swap, because all they did was flop the Eclipse logo. And, I was getting a little bit of a hard time asking questions. Previews. Somehow I got this one for 63 cents. Yeah. Superman reveal. Oh, no, Spider-Man. Superman did that too, huh? Getting toward the end of the box, folks. Marvel Rising, 0. All girls. No, there's a couple guys in there. Squirrel Girl. freebie. 2 copies. Oh my gosh. Copies. Adventure Comics featuring The Guardian. Finally, The Guardian gets some love. Sort of a DC Captain America, Jack Kirby created character. He ran around with the Newsboy Legion. Showed one of those other pops. Might have re-showed it the other day on this show. One shot back in 2009. Only one shot. Oh, well. Looks like a Ron Friends cover to me. Somewhat. Kind of reminiscent. In a way. Should know the artist, but I don't. Anyway. Adventure Comics one shot. Looking for any other. It's a special. Oh, okay. One shot. The Guardian. He's not even in full costume. And his shield is damaged. What's up with that? Of course, it's probably not made of adamantium. Be it ever so deadly. Yeah, Bug. I always thought he was an interesting looking character. Micronauts from January 1970. It would be January 80, even though it says 79 here. Be January 80. The Bug. Michael Golden with the G. Big G. Michael Golden. He did a lot of, I was lured in by Michael Golden on that. I didn't buy that one originally, but paid $5.25 for that one. Here's Countdown. This was interesting. This is number 1 of Countdown, but it's number 8. See, they're counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 hour. Who did the interior artwork? Who did the cover? Aaron Lopresti. Be a good one to get him to sign. By Wildstorm. Aaron Lopresti. Countdown, number 1. He's got Wraith of God up on Indiegogo right now. Looks like a great project. And I'm sure it got that Del Keown werewolf cover. I haven't been able to financially back it yet, but hopefully here pretty soon if he doesn't take it down. Gave $3.79 for that. Power Factor from Wonder Color Comics. Yeah, number 1. I can't remember if in the inside. I think this is colored. Yeah. And then insides. Not just part of the black and white 80s glut. Wonder Color Comics. That should tell me. And that's trademarked, by the way. 99 cents. I have more than one copy of this. Low print. Countdown Arena, number 1 of 4. Batman versus Batman. Okay. Okay. Says McDaniel, so it might, I haven't looked in this. It might be Scott McDaniel. I really like Scott McDaniel's work. This is, however, an Andy Kubert cover. Separatone type cover. In, the brownish color. Looks like a vampire like Batman attacking. Gave $1.70 for that. Here's Countdown Arena, number 2 of 4. Andy Kubert again. McDaniel insides. I'm going to check these out and see it before I put them up if it's Scott McDaniel. If it is, it could be a pretty good series. I mean, art-wise, who cares what the story is? Did I just say that? Yes. Yeah, I remember this one, getting this one for sure. Number 3 of 4. I might have a copy of it. Another Andy Kubert, whereas that was green. This is back to the sort of brownish tan, separate-tone look. Not really separate-tone, but sepia-tone? What's it called? I couldn't see the cover very well to Squirrel Girl. Was she drawn cute or ugly? Oh, cute. Bushy tail. Where'd you give high? Oh, yeah. Okay, I done read that one. Okay. So countdown to Arena. So I do have a full run of this mini-series, 4 of 4 from February 2008. Andy Kubert again. They're going with one kind of color. This is like blue and black on these. You know, the coloring and everything going up into the logo of Arena. Kind of a different look, different way of doing things. Only a few more left. Dreadlands, number 1. Gave $1 for it. Epic Comics. I think I did complete this. I think I liked the one. I think we're going to see 3 of these Dreadlands. And I got the one issue I didn't have. So might as well complete it. 1 of 4. $1 from Epic Comics. I mean, come on, man. Show that. How did I miss that one? That one's pretty good. I never saw these on the stands. I know they were back in the day a little bit. And unfortunately, I can't tell you a year without opening it up. Number 2 of 4. Thought I might, but no. Epic Comics. Oh, I wasn't looking for the date. I was looking for the price. Let me look at the price. $3.95, which was pretty hefty, so it had to be exciting to buy. I'm not going to spend that just on anything. And I doubt I would have on this anyway, although I do like dinosaurs. Better to wait and pick it up for $1. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. That was a tree, not an explosion. Just going to check to see if that was a mushroom cloud. Here's number 3 of 4. And I think I picked up 4 of 4 to complete the run. Yeah. A little bit different. Shadow figures. Dreadlands. Legacy, number 5. Yeah. November 2010. Specials plus Strange Adventures. So it has a backup story. Little character called or artist called George Perez did the cover. Yeah, George Perez. Well, he likes to put every character in the DC universe on the cover. Look at Plastic Man. Stretching. Being heroic. Played serious for once. He'd make a great serious hero. He really would. He could do the Mr. Fantastic thing. Serious Business, spelled SIRIUS. Serious Business. This is from March 2001. Orion, number 10, plus Tales of the New Gods by Art Adams. Well, you know you got to have that. With Walt Simonson artwork on the first one and Art Adams on the other one. Walt Simonson cover. Orion 10. Number 10. Tales of the Teen Titans. And again, I think this was a reprint book. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that because I think it was a Tales of the Teen Titans that Nightwing made his first appearance. And you can pick his second appearance up in the same title, the next issue, with a nice Aqualad George Perez cover for cheap. Now, the other one is going to cost you, but I would say get it now before it even goes higher. I haven't got my copy yet, but I'm going to when I get some monies. Yeah, number 90 from June 1988. Brother Blood cover. Yeah, I think that was his name. and Starfire. I remember Brother Blood, skull cover. See the skull back? I would say. Sort of mosaic. Blair, maybe? BAIRELR, I guess it could be. Cover. It's got that George Perez vibe to it, though, if you don't look too close. And last but not least, saw a bunch of DC stuff, along with AIRCEL. Sabretooth, #1, die cut cover. Sabretooth, death hunt, ambushed by his past on a quest for his life. Yeah, little cutout here and here. And looking at that, I would say that's Texery, that drew Sabretooth and drew known for his work on Ghost Rider. Yeah, Texery artwork, die cut cover. So you know a little bit about what the artwork's going to look like on the splash page through there. Of course, you do stuff like this with this thin piece of paper. Sometimes it gets ripped, So, no embossment. Sometimes they'll do embossed and die cut, but no embossment on this. But yeah, #1, Sabretooth. I know Dillard draws. Dillard that does Buckler, he really loves his Sabretooth stuff. Well, for you 4 that are in here, if you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button. I warned you it was all Comic Wednesday, all comics. I'll have a more smattering tomorrow. But yeah, I've got to get back to work cleaning. You just don't know how much. And maybe eating of the cookies. Yes, I have some peanut butter cookies. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing if you were here for it. Some of Robert Geronimo's books. And I will have to warn him about that staple, strikes too hard. Got some good reading if I could ever sit down and read. Kind of hard with Abby around. My readings went way down. But till next time, hey guys, again, sorry for the couple days delay. I couldn't get my foot to work. It's very disconcerting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today. Oh, you're streaming tomorrow. Yes. If you have any links, drop your links. Lorenzo will be streaming tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time, which will be 8 Eastern. Is that right? Is that the way that works? Anyway, check it out. Lorenzo always has that. I'll try and make it, Lorenzo, this week. Because pretty soon here, I won't even be able to do it. Because I'll be working. But I should have tomorrow off. So, check me out there and here again tomorrow, 4 o'clock. And until then, thank you again. And I can't even turn it off till I get my mouse. Oh, my goodness. And the cord's all buried under comics. That's the way thing goes around here. And just for reference, this was box, who knows what it was. Let's see what number. I don't think I had it numbered on the box. I had it numbered on the card. Box 2 something. 200 and something. I'm creating the link now. Okay, well, I'll give you a second to drop that link. Let's see what link I've got to drop. How about my Instagram? I'll drop that again. Ha! And if you're interested in Devil Flyer, the black and white edition, it's going to be up there for a little bit longer. Those ads come out in ALTERNA. Can't wait to see the ads in ALTERNA. If I'd had some more time, I could have even done the ads better. No excuses.
There's for my Indiegogo. I'm creating the link now. Okay. I'll wait for you to drop it, Lorenzo. I assume you're going to drop it. I'll drop my Twitter again. So I have to go to, oh, I'm already on profile. Okay. I'm tired and I know it. Although I've slept a lot, that medication made me sleep. So, yeah, I'm still working on Gray Tales. And, yeah, some of that artwork can go to, that I've been having Vic do, can go to like character pages like this that DC put out. And you can put them in banners. And then that way you can have a character page and then the trading cards. And another character page and maybe some more trading cards. How cool would that be? Yeah, kind of an alternative to doing a poster on a campaign. Have character sheets. And these things are extremely thin. Mine will probably be thicker on a card stock. I don't promise anything. We'll see. But still early in the development. But I've definitely got enough work to put up on those character sheets. I want them for me just to have character reference. And I have had to, at least on the Silver Boa character, Vic is um, doing a. Are you going to drop a link, Lorenzo? He's done a Silver Boa model sheet where you see like all sides of the character. And I was going to have him do one on Sea Demon, but looking at the other one, he was redrawing it the other night. So, and I said, well, let me see his legs, So, and I wanted to get Apex Comics something to go by. So I really don't think he needs a character sheet. I think what he's done is fine to show off what the character looks like enough where, he should know what the character looks like from that. So I'm not going to have him do a character sheet right now of Sea Demon, but maybe of some other characters. Here's the link of my channel, and I might take a minute to show up. I'm calling it Chaka Khan, as I play on words. That's pretty cool. Chaka Khan. The singer and Chaka. I hope it's better than the Chaka in the movie remake that wants to hump your leg. I really didn't like that movie. Will Ferrell. Because I had such respect for the original series. Same thing with the Green Hornet movie. For most part, might take a minute to show. Yeah, it's up there. Your link. So yeah, man. Till tomorrow, keep collecting. Thanks each and every one of you that showed up here, that stayed for the whole thing. If you didn't, hey, it's okay. The Kropp brothers weren't involved in the ringmate. Yeah. And they Kropp brothers like HR Puffin stuff and did a bunch of different things in the 70s. It was great. Great time for great time on Saturday mornings. Saturday morning fun. We need to bring it back to comics. We need to bring it. They announced the remake. Well, good, because it was just, they just made fun of it. It was really pretty sad. If you like the movie, hey, that's your prerogative, but I thought it was, yeah, me. I'm glad I didn't buy it and don't own a copy. I have watched it, though. Yeah. Probably rented it at Redbox. I tend to do that from now and then. Lorenzo says, I love the stop motion effects of the 70s series. Yeah, man, it's the best. Maybe a little herky-jerky, whatever, but that's stop motion, man. It's great, man. Great stuff. And the Slee Stacks were great design. And actually, I wish they would do an adult, more serious version. That could have been a great movie. Could have been a great movie, and they just made it a comedy, I don't know what to say about it. So I'm going to go check on the dog, rest a little, and get back at it. We'll have a great show tomorrow. Promise you. Cha-ching. More than comics. Bye.